everyone, welcome back to the Divine Healing with Love channel. I am Nicole and I'm so happy to have you here with me today. Welcome back to the capital LOVE tribe. Thank you all so much for all of your love, support. I'm so overwhelmed with gratitude for you all. I'm so grateful for all of you. I'm grateful to be here with you to help you do your journey. It's healing for you and it's healing for me too. Welcome to the new subscribers. Click subscribe if you haven't subscribed and join the capital LOVE tribe. So today's pick a card will be about healing generational trauma now. What do you need to know to heal the generational trauma in your family, in your lineage, in your ancestry? What information does the ancestors, do they have for you? Okay, we're going to be tapping into that so you can heal those wounds, heal the trauma. So your children, if you have children, or if you will have children, they won't have to carry that karma. They won't have to carry that as well. You will be transmuting, you will be healing that for your family, for yourself, for the past, the present, and the future. It really does go that deep. So this type of healing is very important. It's very necessary. You can clear a lot. You can open yourself up for more abundance when you do this type of clearing and you do this type of healing. And you're also deading those old habits, those issues, those things that continue to cycle in your family, the generational trauma and cycles. So this is what we're going to be talking about today, and we're going to be getting information on that. So we have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Timestamps will be linked below. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you in your reading. Hi, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. Thank you all so much for being here with me today. As you can see, I'm doing this reading differently. I'm not going to just have the cards out and channel that way. I wanted to do this reading face to face so you can see me and you can see my face as I'm channeling and hear the changes in my voice. So if I go a little louder, that's just the ancestors coming through. You know, they can come through kind of hard sometimes. So, you know, just letting you know. And if you see me close my eyes, I'm just channeling just to give you like some perspective. So if you chose this crystal, welcome to your reading. Thank you all so much for being here. So it's not going to be as many cards. It's going to just be, you know, me just pulling cards and channeling that way for you. But the messages will still be the same. Okay, pile 1. Pile 1. Welcome back to the capital LOVE tribe. Thank you all so much for being here. Okay, so heal generational trauma. What do you need to know? Pile 1. What do you need to know, pile 1? Okay, so I'm getting this energy, pile 1, of it's like it's an energy of stealing, thievery, but it's like get some cards out. It's like I'm getting the energy of there's been an energy along the lines I'm hearing for the paternal side, the father side, of thievery, of stealing ideas, stealing concepts, stealing money, not being honest when it comes to money, not being honest when it comes to being authentic, not being honest about intentions, not being honest about your soul. Oh, look at that. All these cards fell. Wow. Yeah. Okay. What is this? This is 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords. I don't know if this is what you're focusing. Yeah. You can see the lamp on. So it's like, let me get these cards. Part of the trauma for you, pile 1, I'm sorry, is going to be about balancing your higher self and your lower self. Okay? Part of the trauma that you had through the generations, particularly for your father's side, the paternal side, and this is a long line here. It's about a balancing act, showing your real self without being ashamed of who you are inside. So it's kind of like this energy of, there's an inauthenticity here though. It's some inauthentic behaviors. And it's not to say, I think that these behaviors have been shamed for being, because it may be like an addictive behavior here. I am getting like addictions. I'm getting wearing a mask, not being authentic. Like I said, some stealing. Someone could have been a bank robber. Someone it's definitely a long line of thievery and just dishonesty. And I feel that this is because showing the real you will feel like you're not being authentic, or is losing some type. Showing the real you is like, about 6 generations ago, someone was judged very harshly for showing authenticity. And this authenticity could have been like, I'm seeing like believing, it could have been like believing in a religion, okay? Some type of belief system that was built. I hope I'm making sense, because I know that this reading is kind of feeling all over the place, but I feel like I'm making sense. But I hope I'm making sense. I know that this is different for the capital LOVE tribe, but just ride with me. Now, I'm getting a vision of like someone. Okay, then we have 2 of Cups in reverse. So I'm getting the vision of someone's, great-great-grandfather believing, maybe like choosing Christianity or just whatever religion, okay? Doesn't even matter. But choosing a religion and being shamed for it, being burned or stoned for it. So it's kind of like this energy of feeling like, and this doesn't have anything to do with religion, but just feeling like if you show your true self, you will face consequences. Like that's part of the trauma, part of the pain. Showing your true self will somehow equal pain, consequences. And so it's going to be a balancing act of being authentic, but being true to yourself in the way that you feel you could do this. But you have to be true to yourself, and you have to share your voice, and you have to be honest about that. You cannot, because 2 of Cups in reverse for me, that speaks about self-love, self-acceptance, giving yourself that level of self-love and acceptance and feeling worthy of it, and not feeling ashamed, because if you feel, there's a long line of shame here through both sides for this pile, but your father's side is very strong. There's a long line of shame, and it's like doing shameful acts and shaming yourself in the dark, doing things that it's not really representative of who you feel like you are, but it's just like a very dark energy. It's almost just like this dark energy lives on this side of your family, your father's side. And there's a balance here. There's a balance between the dark and the light. And sometimes the dark has won. But it's time for the light to win. These cards are flipping like shit. Look at this. This is the sun. It's time for the light to win. The sun. It's time for happiness. It's time to let the darkness go. It's like this. Something especially with the throat chakra too. There's a lot of throat chakra blockages here. It's like this, okay. It's like the balancing act for you to clear this trauma. Pile one, you're going to have to be authentic to yourself, and you cannot shame yourself. You may do a lot of guilt trips, shaming yourself in private, very hard on yourself, speaking to yourself in an unkind way. You have to stop this. You cannot shame yourself for being who you are. You're always going to have a dark side. Everyone has the dark. That's the shadow. But it's about balancing the light with the dark. That's going to be the key to clearing out this trauma, particularly on your father's side. There's been a long line of addictions, codependent behavior, stealing, lying, hiding just who you are, shaming yourself. Shame is like the lowest vibration we have. Shame, guilt, those things is such low vibrational energy. And if you continue to hold on to this is what's going to create this, continue this through your children. Your children will shame themselves in public. They're going to feel ashamed. Almost like, how some people, I'm just going to use this for example. I'm going to say, I'm going to use anime. Okay. I'm not really, and this is I'm just not really into anime. I think it's beautiful and I appreciate it, but it's just not, I just feel like it's either like you're in it or you're not. That's just me. But I appreciate its beauty and I think it's lovely. I really do. I'm just not like a person that watches it. It's just not really my thing. So, but the people who do love anime, who truly love it and are not ashamed to say that they love it, you could just see that it's like, that's something that they're not afraid to talk about. They're not ashamed to say, hey, I love this. Hey, I'm a fan of this. This is what I enjoy. This inspires me. I'm a fan of this because, and they want to explain it to you. It's almost like that. Like you have to, whatever it is that you feel really suits your personality and really is like who you really are, you cannot be ashamed to talk about it, even if people are not going to accept it. The thing is that if you accept it and you like it, they will respect it, period. Like, it's not going to be a situation, they're going to shame you because they see a way to shame you. They're going to shame you because they're going to see that you're not too confident in your feeling about whatever it is that you want to show. You don't feel too confident about it. So it's like, if they have that kind of personality, they're going to be like, they're going to try to, make fun of you or make you feel less than. So there's been a long line of that. And where the darkness is on your father's side, particularly, that trauma, that darkness continues to manifest each generation. And it just gets darker and darker. And you shame yourself for this and shame yourself for that. It's almost like going back to the vision that I had when I had of like, your great grandfather dying because of whatever the belief was, like I said, of some type of religion, choosing that religion, being authentic in that, owning that. Whatever it is, they were stoned or burned. So it's like you're continuing that cycle of trauma with yourself. And it's your father that did it. Your father's father did it. Your father's father's father. It goes up the line and this will continue. So it's a very deep, dark level of shame that I'm feeling. And it's like, it has to be brought to the light. You have to be honest to yourself, with yourself, authentic. You cannot have this energy of, you can't have this energy of wearing a mask and not being who you really are. Because that's what this is. It's just like you're just really not being who you really are. And it's like and I'm not even trying to get this deep, but this is really that deep. It's almost like a piece of you is dying every time you do that. Every time you're chipping away your life, your light, who you really are. Because you closing yourself off and not being honest and not showing your true self, you're blocking your light. This is who you are. When you show who you really are, you're shining that light. You're shining and you're being who you are meant to be. We're not all meant to be the same. You know, so when you show that part of yourself, you're actually showing who you are and who you're meant to be. You're not blocking your light. But when you don't show that authentic side, when you don't show who you really are, when you don't express those things, when you shame yourself, that's darkness. It's dark, it's a void, it's black. That's all. Nothing is shining. There's no light being emitted. So shame is a huge part for Power 1 here. Shame and guilt. Let's get some more cards. Oh, God. Okay, so look. This is something that, what is this? 8 of Wands. This is something that there may be addictions to cards or impulsiveness. I'm feeling impulsive behavior, feeling like, yeah, there's addiction to impulsive behavior here as well. Acting on impulses too much, Power 1. There's been a long line of that. Too much impulsive behavior, too much, again, and it goes back to this shame. It's almost like this constant need to prove yourself, this constant need for validation. Doing things, you know, being impulsive, or maybe being addicted to the thrill, addicted to, you know, fun, fast times. This is what's causing this issue as well. That shame drives this because it's like you feel like you need to go elsewhere to get this validation. You need to go elsewhere to get this acceptance. And the acceptance is within. You have to love and accept yourself here. You have to do it here. Once you do it here, it doesn't matter what other people think, but it's just a bonus because they will love and accept you. They will love and accept you for who you are, but you have to do it within here first. That's the thing. You have to. It has to be done that way. Part of the thing here, oh, these are the cards. Okay. So we have the Death card, and then we have the Chariot. So that's Scorpio energy. And then we have Cancer energy as well. And we also have a lot of fire here. Leo energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So the transformation is here, but it's going to be your choice. Literally, you're going to have to start. You're going to have to do this day by day. You're going to have to take these steps day by day. This is not something that you could plan ahead. This is not something that you're literally going to have to take this minute by minute, day by day, because this is so deep-seated. This shame, this guilt, wearing a mask, not being authentic, it's so deep-seated. You're going to have to do this day by day, minute by minute. You're going to have to start telling yourself you're proud of yourself, looking yourself in the mirror and say, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. You're doing a great job. You're doing this. You're doing that. You're going to have to start loving yourself. Really loving yourself for loving whatever it is that you feel ashamed of, whatever it is that you feel judged by, whatever it is that you do that you feel that people look at you sideways or will make fun of you or tease you, whatever it is, you're going to have to do it. I'm going to be honest. When I first started doing YouTube, I never thought I'd be doing a reading like this, ever. Like, I was like, when I do the cards, you know, I would just sit back and just let my hands do the talking. You know what I mean? But Spirit is like, you need to keep showing the world the real you. You need to keep coming out, showing the world who you really are. And I was like, okay. And then my team was like, you got to shake it up. You can't just keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. Do something different. Step out the box. So I'm like, okay, let me show the world the real me. And so now I'm talking to you and I'm doing cards at the same time. Now, am I always going to do this? Probably not, but I'm going to shake it up sometimes and do this so the messages may be different from my hands doing the talking versus seeing my face and you see me talking to you, okay? So you're going to have to start taking these steps every single day to peel these layers back of shame, release it, because this is not an all-in-one job. You can't just sit down and meditate and say, I'm free of shame. I mean, that's a start. But you're going to have to take these leaps. This is about leaps of faith. This is about trusting. Trusting that, you know, you do this, It's going to feel great. You're going to love yourself even more. You're going to accept yourself even more. And you're going to feel great about it in the process, even if it did feel uncomfortable, even if you felt nervous, even if it felt like, what are people going to say? What are people going to think? You have to just do it. The more you do it, the more you're going to be like, wow, this feels good to be just me and my skin and shining my light. Because the more you do it, then you shine your light. Then the world could feel your energy and feel that light, the sun. It's time. And it's time for you to be happy. Because I feel you're not happy. I feel a level of depression here. I feel a level of depression here, Pile 1. And I feel like it's because, yeah, many of you may be in hermit energy. This is Virgo energy. You may be in hermit, or just feeling alone, or feeling lonely, or feeling like, okay, I'm not being accepted. You know, feeling like you're the only person that likes this, you know, ice cream flavor, or TV show, or just whatever it is. Because there's so many things, you know, so many things that people try to, or we shame ourselves first, honestly. Honestly, again, because we shame ourselves, we allow other people to shame us because we're shaming ourselves. We're privately shaming ourselves. That's worse than anything else. That's like you're chipping away your life. You're taking away your life, your light too. So to come out of this, you're going to have to just start taking it day by day. Don't plan it. Let go. Surrender. Don't plan it. You know, it may be, you know, telling a loved one, hey, you know, I like to do this on my spare time, or, you know, these cards are jumping, okay? Bravery, look at that. This is I think it's 7 of Wands. Yes, look at this. You have to be brave, okay? You have to be brave, Pile 1. You got this. Like this fireman here. You got this. You have to be brave. It's time. It's time for you to do this. Okay, let's get a couple more cards. Let's get a couple more cards. I'm gonna get ready to wrap it up. We're gonna get some advice too from Spirit. What do you need to let go of? Okay, what else? Shame is huge, and I really hope this message helps. And look, once you're able to do this, this says truce. This is I think it's 4 of Swords. Take it day by day, step by step. Day by day, step by step. That's a song. I think it's a Whitney Houston song. Anyway, step by step. Just take it one step at a time. Don't try to you're just going to swoop it all up and get rid of all this shame in one day. That's not, you just got to peel these layers back. And the more you do it, the more you clear it. Because it's a lot. It's a lot of shame here. You're carrying so many people from your family, their shame. You're carrying it as well, and from your past lives. All of this shame is deep-seated, okay? So let it go, and then you will have abundance, wealth, 10 of Cups. Or 10 of Pentacles, maybe in this deck, whatever. This is that energy. You will have it. You will have the wealth, total freedom, and abundance. Generational wealth. That's what I just heard. Generational wealth. You will have it. Pile 1. All right, let's get a couple cards for guidance for you. Pile 1. Let's get you a couple cards for advice. Okay, we have. Look at this. Fearless expression. I don't know if it's too much light or what. Yeah. Fearless expression. Look at this. This is just what we were saying. Ambush fear with your ferocious dream. And look at elephant. Wow. This is just overcoming fear. That's what this is. You're overcoming fear. You are overcoming fear. That's it. You're overcoming fear, and you're standing in your truth and being who you really are, and not shaming yourself and not guilting yourself. No more shame. One more. The sacred flow of yes. Look at that. That's it. All right. So we'll do one more. A couple questions from a soul's truth. You just have to be honest, unapologetically you. Totally honest in your truth, who you are. That's it. And that's how you will heal so much trauma. That's it. And I know it sounds like, well, no, it's a lot. And it is a lot. But every day will get easier. Just the more you do it, the more you take the mask off. You're peeling these layers back. How can I infuse more self-love and compassion into my daily life? So you're being asked to give yourself more love and more compassion. And again, that's about, you have to let go of the shame and guilt. That's going to give you more love as well. This shame and guilt that you're holding on, that you're shaming yourself in private, this is creating more and more and more of a deficit in your self-love bank. And this also says, I'm drawn to this, it says set stronger boundaries. Okay, so you have to set stronger boundaries, pile one. Good, one more. One more. Yeah, you're really hard on yourself. I really want you to ask yourself, would you speak to, if you have a child or a loved one, whatever, a loved one, would you speak to them the same way you speak to yourself in your mind? Your internal dialogue, your inner talk. Would you say the same things? If the answer is no, then stop. Stop talking about my pile one like that. Period. Like stop. Like stop talking to yourself like that. It's not necessary. It's not who you are. Speak to yourself in a loving, positive way. You're too hard on yourself. You're too hard on yourself for your truth, for who you really are, for just who you naturally are. And you're beautiful. The things that you like, love it. That's who you are. That's a part of who you are. That's a part of what you chose to be this lifetime. And that's the cool part about being on earth. You get to come here, you get to choose what you want to do. I mean, love it. Love who you are. That's it. You love it, we like it. That's it. Okay, what boundaries, and then we just saw that about boundaries. What boundaries need to be created or strengthened within my relationships? Okay, so you're being asked again, stronger boundaries, okay? To create more healthy boundaries, we must first get in tune with our own needs, desires, and feelings and believe we are worthy of them. In your relationships, it's essential to know where they end and where they begin, and where you begin, excuse me. So stronger boundaries, pile one. Stronger boundaries, but you need to know, you need to write a list or meditate on this. Whatever it is, you need to know your needs, your wants, your desires. In your relationships, what do you want? What do you desire? What do you need? What do you need to feel safe? What do you need to feel comfortable? Okay, feeling safe and comfortable. What do you need from this other person? What do you need them to do? Maybe, it could be you don't need them to use certain words. Certain words trigger you and make you feel unsafe. You need to know these things, okay? Because it doesn't matter whether this is platonic or romantic, familial, it doesn't matter. You need to know so you can say, hey, when you say things like that, that triggers me, that upsets me. It's not okay. I would like for you to not use these certain words or don't bring certain things up. It doesn't make me feel good. And if they can't respect it, then that's the call for another conversation. Because now I'm questioning your placement in my life. And that's that. And you don't have to say it like that. That may be harsh. Sometimes I just like to cut to the chase. But you could just say it like, well, if you can't respect that, then I'm just not going to be able to engage with you as much as I was. Because I'm not going to sit here and be at a deficit. Because to make you feel okay or to make you feel happy, I'm not going to sit here and allow you to dump on me or make me feel less than when I know I'm worthy of this and I know I'm worthy of that. And you're not going to push me for your expense or whatever it is you're trying to do. I'm not going to allow that. I'm worth more than that. I'm better than that. So these are the kind of things that you're going to have to really evaluate in your mind, because it is calling for you to reevaluate your relationships. That's what it said in particular. So look at your relationships and really think about, what are your needs? What are your wants? What are your desires? What do you need to feel safe, to feel good, to feel loved? Because if you know you're giving yourself love and you know your self-worth and you know your value, and if someone is not doing that, then what are we doing? What are we doing? okay? If no one told you that they love you today, I love you. Thank you so much, Pile One, for being here with me today. Thank you for liking the video, commenting. Please comment below. Share the video if you would like to. If you haven't joined the Capital LOVE Tribe, join the Capital LOVE Tribe. Thank you all so much. I'm proud of you for doing the work. I'm proud of you for clearing this karma. I'm proud of you for showing up for yourself, to clear this trauma, to clear this karma, to heal yourself, to do what it is you have to do. Thank you all so much. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Hi, Pal 2. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this is your reading. Welcome to your reading. So, I'm doing this reading face-to-face today because I just felt like getting the messages that I need to change it up, do some things differently. And I wanted to just deliver this message, you know, face-to-face. I just felt like, you know, just do something different. So I will be channeling information for you from the ancestors. You know, just kind of just letting you know what they would like for you to know, how you can heal this trauma. What do you need to know about your generational trauma? Okay, I'm feeling some throat chakra blockages, okay? So let's get into it, Pal 2. Pal 2. Oof. See, this is feeling already really heavy. Yeah, 5 of Swords. Defeat. There's a serious energy here, Pal 2. It's a serious competitive nature, a serious, like, wanting, it's a part of this trauma that I'm picking up is this need to win, this need to be right, this need to win at all costs. It's like a winning at all costs. Sacrifice this to win, sacrifice that to win. Wanting to be on top, wanting to be the one that, you know, for some of you it's a know-it-all type energy. For some of you this is like a wanting everyone to come to them, wanting to be everyone's savior, wanting to help everyone. But part of helping people, because it's like a dark side to this. Because what I'm seeing is that it's a very strong quality that your family has, particularly on your mother's side. This help, wanting to provide help, wanting to give help, wanting to, you know, again, provide that service, be there for people. But part of the shadow, which is what I'm seeing with this too, is what is the intention behind this? Is the intention control? Is the intention to win, to be recognized, to be validated? Is the intention to... It's like that needing validation, but searching for validation in many different areas, in many different ways. Okay, so it's kind of like I'm getting this. For some of you, you want to save others. Okay, you want to be their savior. You want to be the one that they come to when they need help. You want to put on that cape. You want to save them. You want to be the one that's there for them. For some of you, I'm getting the energy of you use helping people as a way to validate who you are, and what you're here to do. And for you to feel like that helps you have a worth. That's part of where you see your worth, in helping others. So what I'm hearing is, it's nothing wrong with helping, but you need to have divine intention where you're helping yourself first, and always having divine intention, not using this as validation, not using this as a way to control, not using this as a way to win. It's almost like, what are you winning? You're already a winner. it's like, I'm getting for some of you, there's a serious competitive nature here. And it's like the competitive nature is almost like, who are you competing against? Because we have here defeat. And it's like, I'm hearing winning at all costs, winning at all costs. Like just wanting to win, win, win. And it's like, but who are you competing against? Who are you in competition with? Who, it's like, you're supposed to have this mindset if you are in your own lane. There's no one ahead of you. It's just you. And whatever you achieve and whatever it is that you do, it's just about you and your journey. There's no one else that you need to look to the left or to the right. Nothing. It's just supposed to be you. So it's like with this competitive nature of this is something that's deep within your family as well. And this is something that, especially on your mother's side, this is something that's given validation and given a sense of belonging and purpose. Your purpose is to help. And that's part of your family's purpose, is to support, problem solve, troubleshoot, critically think, and help others where they lack those type of skills, because you're very gifted in that. You're particularly on your mother's side. Your mother's side is very gifted with problem solving, troubleshooting, logistics, helping, seeing the solution where a lot of other people can't. Channeling that wisdom to say, hey, you need to do this. Hey, you need to do that. Hey, you need to do this. But this is only supposed to be something that you feel good about, but it's not a way to control. It's not a way to like, oh, this validates me. Oh, I feel like I belong. I feel like I have a purpose. Oh, I feel like this is what, this person telling me this. I have to keep helping this person because this is how I see myself, winning or feeling good about myself, or this helps to provide that, love that basically I don't feel within. So I have to continue to do things for others, to help others, so I can give that love back. Like, you want them to give you that love, because it's like there's a hole here that you need to fill with your own love for yourself. There's a deep hole here, because now I'm like tripping up over my words. It's deep. It's really deep. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the pressure in my chest. There's a deep hole of feeling like there's been many, many, many generations of this on your mother's side, of feeling like if you don't do things, you will not receive that affirmation and validation. This started a long time ago for many of you. You're holding that energy. You're holding that needing to be affirmed, needing to be told you're doing it right, you're doing it well. If you don't hear it, you almost don't even know where you are, or, you don't even know how to affirm yourself. Some of you don't know how to affirm yourself. You don't know how to tell yourself, hey, you're doing a good job. Even if you say it, you don't mean it. It doesn't mean anything until you hear it from someone else. And this is a deep, deep, deep problem. I don't want to say problem, but it's something that needs to be, it needs to be handled. It needs to be healed, because you're going to have to start saying it to yourself, and you're going to have to start putting some credit behind that. You're going to have to start, like, when you say it, you mean it, and you feel it. You feel validated. When you do something and you tell yourself you did a great job, you're going to have to say it and mean it. And you're going to have to really start practicing that, because you will never, ever, it will never be enough. All of this outside approval will never be enough. You can get all of this outside approval from any and everyone in this world, and it will still not be enough, because you have to affirm and validate yourself. And that's part of clearing this trauma, because this is deep. This has been going on for a lot of generations. And it's almost like, for some of you, your mother, your grandmother, great-grandmother, and so on, attach their purpose and all their soul worth. They attach that to whatever it is that they did for other people. That was how they created a sense of self-worth. They didn't have a sense of self-worth outside of that. You are here to break that. You are here to break that trauma, to break that curse, okay? Because you're going to validate yourself, and you're going to show yourself how when you say it, you mean it, and that's it. And you can heal that hole. You can heal that hole, and anything anyone else tells you, it's just a bonus. That's it. It's just like the cherry on top of the cake. It's just extra. It's just extra love. It's like, wow, because you've already given yourself that love. You've already told yourself that love. So it's just extra. Okay, clarity, Ace of Swords. This is clarity here. This is something that I feel for many of you, this is probably like, wow. You're probably really like, wow, this is so true. You know, I'm hearing many of you right now like, wow, okay, you're right. And it's deep. And it's okay to cry about it. It's okay, because crying, you know, I can relate to this because I had the same thing. I had the same issue. And once I started to affirm myself, first I had to cry it out. I had to cry it out, just release it. Because for me, crying was clearing. It was like acknowledging that this is the truth. As painful as it is, this is the truth. Because for me, I would have this thing where I had to help so many people. And I am here to help people. But I have to help myself first. And I can't rely on their opinion or what they say as a form of validation, validating who I am. No, I have to validate myself. I have to approve myself. I have to tell myself, no, you're doing a great job. No, this is that. And sometimes I'm still critical of myself, sure. You know, I still have those moments. But for the most part, this is something that you're going to have to practice. And you're going to have to keep practicing it and mean it when you say it. At first, it's not going to seem easy. But the more you do it, the more it feels better. And the more you will believe it. Okay, so we have the Tower. I'm going to get a clarifier for this. You know, for some of you, part of this trauma also is conflict. Yeah. Okay, for some of you, you have conflict with your mother. Your mother, or it could be a grandmother. So for many of you, you resent this. You realize this now about yourself. You may realize, you know, you resent this, and you resent. For many of you, you resent your mother. You resent your mother for either being a doormat. You know, your mother could have been this type of person that they appear to be very strong. They appear to be very confident. They appear to be very sure of themselves, very certain to the outside world. But at home, or, you know, with family, with friends, you're seeing a different person. You're seeing a person that, you know, shrinks themselves. You're seeing a person that dims their light. You're seeing a person that lets people walk all over them. You're seeing a person that will do anything for love. You know, when it comes to love, they're just, like I said, it could be like a doormat. Or, you know, this person that just allows anything for the name of love. But to the outside world, this person is like strong. This person's brave. This person is fearless. This person doesn't take no stuff. You know, I'm getting that energy. And so you resent your mother or your grandmother. And for some of you, this could be an aunt. Or both. You resent the women for this. It's like, how do you appear this way to the world, but then when you get to this person, you appear another way? And I'm going to tell you what it is. It's codependency. There's a codependent attachment for many of you on the mother's side when it comes to love, romantic relationships. Yeah. Six of Wands in reverse. It's a codependent attachment. It's like, for many of you, you resent the fact that you saw your mother or grandmother, or however this goes, you saw them taking so much stuff, and they would not stand up for themselves. And you know that they could, but they didn't. And it's in the name of love. There's a codependent attachment when it comes to love for this pile from the mother's side. this need for love, this need for romantic love, this almost feeling like there's no identity if there is no romantic love. This fear of being alone, I'm feeling. If I don't have love, who am I? If I'm not with someone, who am I? And this doesn't mean marriage. This doesn't necessarily mean marriage. This is just relationships. Being in a romantic relationship. If I don't have love, I have nothing. That's what I'm hearing. So you resent that. And it's almost like you hated that you had to witness this. You hated that you had to see it. You hated that this is your mother or your grandmother's story. And for many of you, I feel like, again, this is a situation that a lot of people don't know this. Only some people know it. And you resent the fact that you had to witness this growing up. You resent the fact that, you see so much in your mother or your grandmother. The potential, the outside world sees it, their worth, their value, the potential. But when they get in these romantic relationships, they don't show their power. They don't show their worth. They don't show their value. And their partner doesn't see the value either. Their partner doesn't see what the outside world sees. Their partner just sees someone that they can, for some of you, bully, for some of you, take advantage of, for some of you, push the boundary. This is heavy. You really resent this, and so you're going to have to heal it. You're going to have to heal the fact that, you're going to have to know yourself. You're going to have to know yourself so well. And you're going to have to tell yourself you're not going to be like that. That you could be in a healthy, non-codependent, healthy relationship. And you will be. You will be. And that you can have a partner that will value your strengths without you having to shrink yourself, dim your light, or subject yourself to harsh environments, toxic situations, where you have to dim yourself and shrink yourself to make this person feel good. No. But you're going to have to forgive your mother or your grandmother. You're going to have to forgive them. That's going to be part of that healing process of healing this trauma, because it's, for many of you, and you may have I feel like for many of you, you know this, some of this, or you already knew some of this to be true. So this is kind of like, now let's dig deeper. Let's get deeper into what this is about, because you don't want to keep repeating this cycle, because this story has been done so many times in your family. It's been done over and over and over again with the same kind of partners being attracted in. The partners who you want to help, who you want to save, okay? Let me save this partner. Let me save this partner. Let me help this partner. Now, once I'm with this partner, this person doesn't appreciate my value, doesn't appreciate my worth, doesn't appreciate my gifts, doesn't see my gifts, doesn't see my potential. Now, not only do they not see it, now, again, I have to dim myself. I have to shrink myself. I can't speak up for myself. I can't really be who I am because I'm codependent and I want to be with this person and I don't want to make any waves because just want to be in love, just want to have this person here, where you're really being in a toxic situation and in a situation where you can't really be your authentic self because this person won't, I guess they may not love you or accept you or may not even want to be with you if you're really who you really are. If you really are being authentic, this person may not even want to, you probably wouldn't even want to be with this person because you will be able to do better for many, oftentimes, because you would know your worth. So you're going to have to know your worth when it comes to relationships as part of this trauma too. You're going to have to know your worth, and you're going to have to, you can't dim your light, you can't shrink yourself, and you cannot allow someone to treat you any kind of way just to say you have someone. You have to let go of that codependent attachment and heal that, because that's on your mother's side and it's pretty strong and it's something that's been cycling so many times. Okay, see, we have the moon. So you're very intuitive, how to. But there are a lot of illusions here. And again, feminine energy. This is the feminine wound. This is a deep feminine wound. It's very deep. And it's a lot of resentment here. I feel a lot of pain and resentment. Give your mother some flowers. Give your mother some flowers if you can. Even if your mother has passed on, you can still buy flowers and say, Mom, this is for you. For many of you, there's a new start that wants to come. But something is, for many of you, there's some type of interference going on right now. There's an interference happening. I'm hearing it's almost just like a vulture energy. For some of you, you have like energy vampires or vultures, or someone that's trying to like suck your energy or trying to pick you apart. Okay. And these people need to, you have to just shine your light. You have to shine your light, because when you shine your light, look at this. You see this bird? When you shine your light, everybody else gets in line and they flock away, because it's energy. When you are walking, being authentic, shining your light, being who you are, you're going to go up on a higher level. You're going to go up on a higher scale of vibration. It's going to be higher. So the low vibrational characters are going to fall off. They're just not going to be around. When you're in that low vibration, you're going to continue to attract low vibrational people. But when you're moving up, you're getting higher, your thoughts are more positive, you're being authentic, you're being who you really are, you take the mask off, you're living in your truth, shining your light, that low vibrational bullshit will go away. Those people will go away. All of a sudden you just, I don't know, the phone call doesn't go through. You try to link up, somehow it doesn't happen. It's energy. That's just how it goes. It's magnets attracting. That's it. All of a sudden, it's just a missed call, and it's like, we were supposed to connect, but something happened. It's just the vibration. The vibration is not there. This transformation is trying to happen. For some of you, you will be having a child soon. A new child will be coming in, a baby girl, for many of you. And this baby girl is going to, you need to clear this for this baby girl. So this baby girl doesn't have to have that on her. Okay? Clear it for her. Because for many of you, you will be having a little girl soon. And I just saw 22 and I just saw 11. Okay? Some of you will be 2 girls. Clear it so they don't have to deal with this. They won't have to deal with that energy when they're born of feeling like they need to be codependently attached. Yes, you're here to help. Yes, you're here to give. Yes, you're here to be, help people. But again, always having that divine intention and not, looking for others to validate who you are. That's not how it's supposed to go. So you need to clear it. And again, like I said, I'm going to show you this again. Clear it for the baby girl. Because literally, some of you are really, it's about to happen. It's about to be showtime. Seeing that. It's about to be showtime for some of you. Yes. And it's a new start, a new journey. Okay. Wow, Fatu. That was really beautiful. But forgive your mother. Forgive your mother and your grandmother. You had to forgive them. They were only doing what they knew how. They didn't know. They didn't know. They didn't know that they could be who they really are. And, they just didn't know. That's it. They didn't know. They were only working. They did the best they could with what they had. With their level of awareness, with their level of consciousness, with the material world resources that they had at the time. For some of you, these codependent attachments could have been built and born because of survival. Trying to survive, meeting this person, good or bad, but we got to make it. It's easier if we do this together versus being apart. For some, so that's going to be the circumstances. So you're going to have to forgive. Okay. Alright, so let's get some oracle. Let's do this pile first. What's the advice for you, pile 2? These cards are so jumpy today. Oh my god. Pile 2. Let me do this again. What is the advice for you, pile 2? What do you know? Okay. Sacred mirrors. Pull a couple more. Yes. Now 2 sacred mirrors. And then we have the distraction of shiny things. So pile 2. You're going to have to, you can't shy away from transformation, and you can't shy away from deeper level situations and emotions. I feel for some of you, you don't like to dive too much into like, you know, deeper things, or like if something feels like it's getting a little too deep, you're like, ooh, this is getting too deep, this is too much. And it's like, you want to back off. You can't shy away from things like that. You know, you're going to have to look at yourself in the mirror. You're going to have to look at these situations from a different perspective. Take the emotions out of it. Don't let the emotions cloud your judgment too much. When you think about forgiving your mom, your grandmother, don't think about it like, oh, well, you could have did this, you could have did that. No. Forgive them. Just leave it there. I forgive you for this. I forgive you for that. I forgive you for, you know, for seeing you dim your light, for seeing you, you know, shrink yourself, or doing things to go along and get along. I forgive you for those things. Don't let emotions cloud your judgment when you're trying to work through this process. You're going to have to look at this almost like it is you, but it's not you. You're going to have to be more objective. Don't let the emotions overtake you and send you to a place of anger, send you to a place of rage, send you to a place where it's just like, I don't even feel like dealing with this because it's too much. Because this is heavy. This is. And you're going to have to tell yourself, you can't get distracted by, I feel for many of you, some of you may avoid going within. You may feel like you don't really like to go within because it's scary, you don't know what you're going to see, it's a lot of work, whatever the situation may be. You're going to have to open yourself up to these things. And you're going to have to tell yourself you're safe, it's okay, you can do this, you can open yourself up, you can learn, you can grow. This is a part of your process. You are safe. You're going to have to do that. And you can't, you know, let social media distract you. Let, you know, phone calls distract you. Let TV, whatever. Don't let these things distract you, okay? Take the time to do it and put the work in because it's going to pay off for you. Befriend the word polarize. And then the spark of hustle. So right now, many of you are going to have to get into this place. You're going to have to tap more into your, heal this feminine womb. Because this feminine womb for many of you is blocking creativity. And that's the mother, okay? The grandmother. Heal it because it's blocking your creativity. You need to start creating, start hustling. Whatever it is, for me, I don't want to start saying hustle because for whatever reason, that makes people go into this place of you just have to work day and night. No. What I'm interpreting this to be, when I'm channeling this, you don't need to work too much. You just need to start working and getting creative. Okay? Tap into your creativity. Even if you work, whatever you're trying to do, if you do something like half hour a day, an hour a day, or whatever, you know, whatever it is, just get creative. Start tapping into it. Once you heal that energy and really forgive, you can get more creative. Your sacral chakra will be unblocked. And you'll be able to really tap into that energy. Let's get a couple more. I mean, all 3 piles. I haven't done pile 3, but all 2 piles. Cards are just jumping so much today. This energy is like, okay. Do I know all of my strengths and am I using them? Again, this is what I mean. Tapping into your creativity. Do you know your strengths? Do you know who you are outside of problem solving? Outside of logistics? Outside of, helping people? What else can you do? What else are you, this creative part of yourself? Tapping into that creativity. What else are you really good at? Really tap into it. And again, you're going to have to forgive your mother, forgive your grandmother, and heal that energy. And then, am I apologizing for my truth? So again, are you apologizing for being who you are? Are you having to dim your light, shrink yourself? Are you doing the same things? Are you apologizing for just you being you? That's your truth. What part of you is apologizing for your truth and why? So are you apologizing for being just who you are, how to? Okay? Are you apologizing for this? Are you apologizing for that? Because if that's the case, you're not supposed to be doing that. You have to live in your truth and be who you are. Now, this is not to say that you have to treat people poorly. No. Well, we already see you don't do that. You don't treat people poorly. But don't apologize for being you. Accept and love who you are. That's going to be a big part of healing that trauma as well. Accepting and loving who you are. Don't apologize for your truth. Don't apologize for who you are. Keep being who you are. The more you love, accept, and respect yourself, the more other people will do it. Okay? If no one told you that they love you today, I love you. Thank you all so much for being here with me today. Please like the video. Please subscribe. Join the Capital LOVE tribe. Share this video if you would like. Comment below. Let me know if this resonated. I'm proud of you. Keep doing the work, pal, too. Keep showing up for yourself. Keep healing. Keep loving yourself. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Hi, Pal 3. Welcome to your reading. Thank you all so much for being here with me today. I hope you're well. Welcome back to the Capital LOVE tribe. Thank you all so much. I love you all so much. Thank you for your support. So, as you can see, this reading is going to be different. I'm going to be doing this face-to-face. Just felt like I wanted to get the messages across face-to-face instead of, just looking at the cards this time. So we're going to be talking about what do you need to know about healing generational trauma, okay? And just healing it now. What do you need to know? Pile 3. What do you need to know about healing generational trauma? Each pile has been heavy. Pile 3, please. Feeling like it's a lot of karma, Pile 3, a lot of generational karma. And this generational karma, each generation, there's been a chosen one for your family to heal this karma, to heal this trauma, to move through these lessons and to kind of clear it. But each generation, the person that was chosen by the ancestors to do it failed or abandoned the mission. And I'm hearing for you, Pile 3, you're the one that's really picking up the baton or the ball, and you're taking the baton and you want to get to the finish line. And for some of you, your father was chosen. For some of you, there's been someone each generation, but they either chose free will to move in another direction, or they just couldn't handle the pressure of clearing all of this karma, clearing this trauma,
having a new cycle, starting a new cycle, doing something new, and you're the one that's really bringing in that new energy to your lineage, to your family, to your ancestry line. And the ancestors are very proud of you. They're very proud of you. Yeah, they are. Because you're really the one taking your time to clear this karma. Wow. This is really heavy. You're getting a lot of hate and jealousy because of this too. You're getting a lot of hate and jealousy. And this is part of the course. This is what I'm hearing. Do not let... We're going to get into what you need to heal, but for what I'm hearing right now, what you really need to heal here right now, do not let people take you off your course. The ancestors are saying, this is what happened with the other generations, and this is how they failed. You're doing well. Do not get knocked off your course. Do not let jealousy, do not let hate, do not let naysayers or people who seem like they know what they're talking about, but they really don't know. You know, you are a chosen one. You are being guided to the light. You are being guided by the light. Okay? You know exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Your team is saying they will put other people there to talk to you, to give you the advice that you need when you need it. Discernment is going to be important for you. You have to really know yourself and really know how to discern, because you're a pioneer for your family. You are doing record-breaking, breakthrough type shit. This is huge. This is high-level shit. Not only are you clearing karma, but you're bringing in generational wealth and abundance for your lineage. This is going to be on earth side and the spiritual realm. The things that you are doing here, this is a pivotal lifetime for you, Pal 3. Huge, big. You are meant to have huge breakthroughs, okay? This is big. This is not light work. This is big, okay? You are doing record-breaking stuff for your family. Do not let people get you off your course. Do not let people try to tell you how it should be done. You know you're a channel. You're a channel. You're a prophet. You know what you're here to do. Okay? You're going to have to get more confident in this mission. You're going to have to get more confident in this mission, and you're going to have to get more confident in your place in your family, with leading your family and being who you are to your family. This is not to say you need to be arrogant or smug. That's not it. Confident. Confident in the words that you speak. Confident in your decisions that you're making. Confident in when you need to pull back from family or when you need to be around them. Those boundaries. Okay? Confident in the things that you were doing and how you were moving. You're going to have to trust yourself. You're going to have to know yourself. You really, really have to know yourself. Know your truth. Know what you're here to do. This is a firm message from your ancestors. This is huge. You're really on the right path. You really are. Ace of Wands. Six of Swords. And this is saying knowledge. Three of Pentacles. This is really deep. You have so much fire inside. You are a pioneer. You are a chosen one. Not only were you chosen by the ancestors, you were chosen by these other... Like, this is big. Who are you, Pal 3? What? Who is Pal 3? Okay? This is huge. Like, I'm not even getting to this. Like, you're doing so much work. Your ancestors really just want to just like gas you up real quick and really tell you keep going. Like, keep fucking going. Because you're doing it. You are doing record-breaking shit. And like, this is what I'm saying. This is so deep. You're doing this on the earth side in the spiritual realm. You are so tapped in. You're so powerful. You have the type of foresight and vision. This is so deep. Wow, this is so deep. Pile 3. Oh my God. What? Oh my God. Like, listen. This is like, I can't even talk. Your ancestors are so proud. They're like, keep going. We're going to get to this healing in a second, but I got to get this the way this message is coming out. They want you to know that 10 generations down the line, people are still, you're 10 generations down the line, those children are going to know you. They're going to know you. Like, they're going to know what you did. They're going to know the things that you created. All of these things, this is such a huge lifetime for you this lifetime. All of these seeds that you're planting, all these things that you're doing, all these things that you're creating is revolutionary and breakthrough pioneer type shit. Where it's like your children, 10 generations down the line, you know, whatever, great times 10, okay? They're going to be still able to eat from what you're doing now. They're going to know you. They're going to be like, my ancestor was such as pile 3. Who are you talking to? What? My ancestor was pile 3. Okay? Like, that is really how it's going to be. You are really a chosen one, and they want you to think in terms of that. They're saying you think you are thinking big, large, like, think even bigger. They want you to go higher. They want you to know you have the ability to go higher. Go higher. Whatever it is that you're thinking, blow it up times 10. 10 seems to be a big number for you in this pile. Blow it up times 10. Go higher, dream bigger. Because they're saying you're already on the right track. You're already doing amazing things. But you need to dream bigger. They want you to dream bigger. And they want you to know that you have the stamina. You have the clarity. You have the focus. You have the ambition. You have the determination to clear it on the earth and the spiritual realm. And you're going to get so much abundance. But you're not even doing this for abundance. You're doing this because your soul knows what you want to do. You're so focused and determined, and you're like, you're going to do it. And you're channeling from so many different sources. You're getting inspiration from so many different places. And that's meant to be, but they're like, dream bigger. They're like, anything in your wildest dreams, manifest it, do it. We are going to help you. This has come out for every pile today. Transformation. Transform. You need to walk in the type of royalty that you are. You are not walking in your divinity totally. You're walking in as a, like, you know what you're here to do. You know your power. You think you're pretty good. You think you're doing well. And like, okay. But you really need to walk in this purpose and own it. You really need to start thinking like, yeah, you know, 10 generations from now, you know, my great grandkids are still going to be name dropping my name as if I'm still alive. Like, my name is currency. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to have to move like that. Like, you're going to have to move in that royalty energy. Like, I'm royalty. What's up? My ancestors, they want you to move like that. My ancestors are this. My ancestors are royalty. What are we talking about? What's going on? You know what I mean? You're going to have to move like that. You're going to have to move in that energy because they're like, you're not moving in the type of energy that you're really creating because you are a pioneer. I mean, you are really here to just do it. Okay, Mother Earth. So this is the Queen of Pentacles. This is what I'm saying. Many of you are old souls. Many of you are old souls. You may have connected well with a grandmother. You may connect with a grandmother from the other side or great-grandmother. You have a maternal figure, a mother figure guiding you, an ancestor that's a mother figure that's really guiding you. And she wants you to really walk in your divinity, in your truth, in your purpose. This is not to say you need to be arrogant, but you need to really walk like with confidence. You have to be very confident, okay? So you're really going to have to work on this confidence. If you're not already, I feel like many of you are confident, but they want you to be even more confident. And so this is what I'm saying, being confident about being the leader of your family, being confident about the decisions that you make for yourself and for your family, being confident that, you know, again, all these things that you're doing, it may not, you know, be materializing the way you want, or you're not seeing all of the rewards. It did that. I'm telling you right now, this is a situation. These seeds that you're planting, these seeds are not, you are not going to, for some of you, you may not see the rewards. But guess what? Guess who will see it? Your great-grandkids. Your great-great-grandkids. Like, these seeds are going to continue to grow. This is why I'm saying this is so huge. You may do something in 2021, but they will still be talking about it in 2071, in 2091. You know, like, it's going to just keep going and going and going and going. You may transition to the spiritual side, to the spirit side, okay, to the spiritual realm. Can't even talk. To the spiritual realm. And it's still ringing here on the earth side. It's still clicking. People still talking about it. So don't worry about, you know, seeing the return right now. Just keep planting the seeds. Keep planting it. Keep making your mark. How 3, they will absolutely know who you are and who you were and what you did on this earth. Absolutely. No doubt. But you're going to have to be more confident and more discerning and really follow that inner guidance. Really follow this inner guidance that you're getting, because you have ancient wisdom. You may identify as an old soul. You have ancient wisdom, a lot of knowledge that a lot of people don't have, because you've been gaining this wisdom and you're also channeling a lot of this wisdom. So you are equipped to do huge, monumental breakthrough things this lifetime. So I'm saying, I'm going to keep going back to this, okay? Pioneer, doing things that have never been done, okay? Never been done. Okay, wow. Whew, this is big energy. Okay, so we have Queen of Wands. That's what I'm saying. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Part of the other thing that you're going to have to heal, how 3, it's like you're not going to be able to please everyone. You're not going to be able to please everyone. You're not going to be able to make everyone happy. Everyone's not going to understand what you're doing. Everyone's not going to, it's going to be a situation where you're going to be questioned. You're going to be doubted. For some of you, you may even experience a situation in your family where some people want to listen to you and follow what you're saying and kind of, you know, move with you in that energy. And then you're going to have some people that are going to be like, they don't want to listen. They want to do their own thing. You're going to have to be confident in these things and know that it's okay. Know that everything is happening for your highest good. But you're also going to have to let go of the need to please and the need to make everyone happy. Everyone, you know, happiness is about perception and perspective, okay? What someone may view as happy or feels good to them, another person may not feel like it feels good. So you're going to have to let go of this need for like everyone to be pleased, everyone to be happy. Let it go. As a leader, you can only do, yes, you are doing things with divine intention and trying to create a situation that will be the best for everyone's highest good. Because when you have divine intention and you're following that, that's the type of mindset that you have. But everyone is not always going to be happy. And just because it's something for their highest good doesn't mean that they're going to be happy about that. But you have the vision, the foresight, the knowledge, the wisdom to see things that other people cannot see, that their awareness and their consciousness just cannot go there. They just don't have that power and ability. And it's not to say it's something wrong with them. It's not. But you were given those gifts. And again, you're able to channel energies to help you along this journey. So, a cousin that doesn't have your level of awareness, doesn't have your level of consciousness, doesn't have your level of skill set and expertise, they're not going to be able to see the things that you can see and to think in terms of long term and what's best for the family and what does the family need and what can benefit everyone. They're not going to be able to see that. The only thing that they may be able to see is what's best for them and what's right in front of them, because their consciousness just cannot go there. And that's no shade, no tea, but it just wasn't meant to be this lifetime for them. But it was meant to be for you this lifetime. So you're going to have to trust yourself, know yourself, and trust that guidance that's coming through. And just know that, hey, you know what? This may not make everyone happy, but I'm doing this with divine intention. This is for the highest good of all, because you're trusting that that's, whatever that information is that you're receiving, that will be for the highest good of all, and you move forward that way and confident in that. And that's how you're going to have to move forward, because you're not going to be able to please everyone. And that's a part of leadership. Leadership is not easy. And in fact, you may be resentful of that. You may be resentful of this role that you have in your family, or, whatever it is that you're doing. You may be resentful of this leadership role. And I'm here to tell you that you were chosen to be a leader for a reason. To guide and to help others. To show others, okay? Because you were given the gifts and you were given the talent for a reason. So trust yourself, know yourself, and be confident in that. Okay, let's get a couple more messages before we get your healing oracles out, Pile 3. But this is really powerful. Wow, Pile 3. This is amazing. This is amazing. All right. Look, High Priestess, you are so gifted. You are so intuitive. I'm sorry, I don't know why this is not focusing. You're so gifted and intuitive, okay? Trust these gifts. Trust your intuition. Trust your knowledge that you have, okay? Because you have this for a reason. You're very tapped in, very intuitive, very gifted. You come from a long line of intuitive people. But like I said before, some people abandon the mission. There's been a chosen one each generation, and they couldn't handle it. So they let it go. They abandoned it. They, didn't want to deal with it. They didn't want to, because it's sacrifice, it's accountability. It's, you have more to do, and you know what you have to do. And not everyone wants to take that on. So you're going to have to follow your intuition. And even when it, looks weird, or may not feel, you have to be confident in that. You have to be confident with your discernment and your intuition. Even when it's like, this looks like a shot in the dark, I just don't know, but this is what I'm being told to do. Do it. Trust yourself and do it. Because you're so intuitive. And now King of Wands. This is what I'm saying. This is that masculine and feminine energy. You're very gifted with both your energies, your masculine energy and your feminine energy. So you are gifted with the material world things and things in the spirit world, okay? Spiritual realm. You are gifted in both. You're very tapped in. And you're also receiving guidance from both, okay? So, you have guidance from the masculine energies and the feminine energies. You got it. That's it. You just got to trust yourself and walk in your confidence. That's it. Walk in your God-given confidence and know who you are. Let's get some messages for you. What do you need to know for your healing? Wow. This is amazing. Gratitude. So you're going to have gratitude again. You're going to really have to make gratitude a practice, because you are a master teacher. You are a mentor. You are here to help and guide others. You're going to have to practice gratitude a lot. You're going to have to be grateful, waking up saying thanks, saying thank you for everything. Being grateful. Grateful for the gifts. Grateful for the wisdom. Grateful for the knowledge. Grateful for the mission. Grateful that you were chosen to do this work. It's not always easy. I'm a chosen one too. It's not always easy. It's not. But we have to be grateful for it. And that we were chosen. And that we are equipped to do this. And we are supported to do this work. Grateful. Show that gratitude. The good kind. And limitations inspire innovations. What did I just say? You know what? You were such a pioneer. You're such, you are just so innovative. Just amazing, Pile 3. You're doing things that have never been done. You're making this mark in this world. Okay? This is what I'm saying. Your name will still be ringing thousands of years from now. People will know who you are. They will still be quoting you, quoting your work or referencing your work or, whatever. Like those amazing inventors. People still quote Nikola Tesla all the time. Like, this is this type of energy. You're doing groundbreaking things. Okay? So you have to continue to look at the limitations that come up. They just inspire a new way of doing, a new way of being, an innovative way of doing something. So when you feel boxed in, when you feel like you're stuck, you can't figure it out, what am I supposed to do? You will be inspired to create a new way of being, to create a new way of doing things. All of the stuff that we've gotten used to, that we've been programmed to believe, this stuff is crumbling. There's a new earth here, a new earth being born. So things are not going to be done the same. Things are going to be different. That's what's happening for you, Pal 3. You are creating that. You have divine intention. You have the vision and all the ambition and the support to see these things through. And so that's why you have to walk in this greatness. You have to walk in your divinity. You have to walk in like your confidence. This is who I am. You have to walk in this. You know who you are. You are royalty. Your ancestors are royalty. You know what you're here to do. Okay, let's get a couple more for you, Pile 3, and then we'll wrap it up. Pile 3, please. This is amazing. I feel your energy, and I'm like, wow, this is so amazing. Pile 3. Okay. Am I focused on what I am losing or gaining? So right now, some of you are, you're going through a change. You're going through a transformation. So with this transformation, are you focused on what you are losing or what you are gaining? Are you focusing on, are you fighting this transformation? Are you fighting this ending? Fighting a new beginning? Are you focusing on what you won't have? Okay? You need to focus on the new beginning and the transformation, letting things unfold the way it's supposed to. Letting things unfold the way it's supposed to, figuring out, again, more details, more truth on your path, because you have a huge mission, a huge path. Again, pioneer energy. You are here to do groundbreaking things. So you're going to have to let things end when they're supposed to end and be open to this new beginning. What can I burn? Burn it all, burn it all. The ugly lies, the pain, the shame, the criticism, the images that run through your head, the reminders of what you did wrong and the proof that you are not enough. Burn, baby, burn. Your soul is calling. It's time for a rebirth. You are like the phoenix rising from the ashes, no longer attached to the past. You are free. Your wings are ready. Use them. You are ready to let go of these things. Let go of shame. Let go of guilt. Let go of low self-esteem. Be confident. Let go of not feeling worthy, not feeling good enough. Let go of all those things. Burn it. Maybe you need to write a letter to yourself and burn it. I'm letting go of shame. I'm letting go of guilt. I'm letting go of pain. I'm letting go of what they said about me, how they counted me out. this person that did me wrong. I'm letting go of regret. I'm letting go of all those things that have kept me trapped, self-limiting beliefs, pain. Let it all go and burn it. Because you're ready to fly. You're ready to fly to a new beginning. This is transformation energy 3 times now. We had the death card and it's talking about transformation again. You're ready to rise up like the phoenix and walk in the greatness and the royalty that you really are, Pile 3. You are royalty. You are royalty. Huge. Your ancestors are huge in the spiritual realm. You gotta act like you know. I'm here to tell you. They're like, no. You better act like you know. You better walk in that purpose and walk in that light and act like you know who you are. Remember who you are. Where can I create more space? So this is saying again, some of you are filling yourself up with busy work. You know, take time to just be. Take time to flow. Don't fill yourself up with like a busy schedule, work, work, work. We know you're very ambitious. You're a hard worker. You have a great work ethic. But don't fill yourself up with work. Just be, just flow. The other day, like I wanted to record yesterday. It didn't happen. I woke up, got my kids to school, did all that stuff. I came back home. I surrendered. I went to sleep. I did a little work in the morning. Then I said, I'm gonna have to do this later. Went to sleep and I slept for like 3 hours. I was so tired. And then after that, I went for like a walk. I just surrendered and I let go. And it's like when you do things like that, when you just be, just let it flow, not trying to just be busy all the time and, you know, just flow. Sometimes you have to just take the day off and it's not planned. You're just like, you know what, I'm not feeling it. I can't do this. I need to just take the day off. Trust it. Trust that you can take the day off. Trust that you can give yourself that time. Trust that you can create that space. Even if you don't take the day off, maybe in the evening time, okay, go outside, go for a walk, do something, just flow. Whatever comes to mind. Take yourself to get ice cream. Maybe take yourself to the movies. Just flow, just be. You don't have to plan it, just be. Just be, just flow. Because with this kind of energy that you have, the creative energy you have, and the things that you're always going to be doing, you're going to have to take breaks and make space for that. And you're going to have to flow. Because, again, you're creating something that's never been done. So you're going to have to take breaks. You can't work all the time. You can't just boom, 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 move all the time. You're going to have to make that space for yourself and just to flow and just to be. So I really hope that helps, Pile 3. No one told you that they love you today. I love you. Thank you all so much for being here with me today. Please like the video, comment below, let me know if this resonated. Please subscribe and join the capital LOVE tribe. I'm proud of you, Pile 3. Keep doing the work. Keep walking in your greatness. Walk in your divinity. Walk in your light. Be confident. You're doing a great job. Keep being this pioneer, breaking the chains, shattering the glass, being amazing. Thank you all so much. I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.